Alright, continuing on with the Ramrod 250 build. Fuselage today. So I've already cut out the parts. Saved you the expense or the what'd you say, the boredom of watching me cut out laser parts. But anyway, let me show you what I got. Alright, I cut, there's a bunch here. Bunch of stuff going on here. These are the side plates that'll go here. My laser cutter is not that big, so I had to section it off, but on the PDF plans I did leave it both ways. So if you're using a smaller laser cutter like me, or if you have a full-size one, or if you want to cut them out by hand and trace them, so the sides will be in pieces or full sheet. You'll see that. The pylon, I had to do that in 2 pieces as well. I changed the joining on that on the PDF. I thought it would be a little better to do almost like a dovetail, like a modified dovetail. They're kind of messing around back, but change that. What else do I have over here? That's the other side, similar to that. I did the landing gear wire, which I'll get back to that. Let me jump back up here. So the first thing I got to do is build the top plate. You build the fuselage upside down. So the, what are these called? Bulkheads. Those are done, cut out. That's the firewall. That'll go up here, and that is mounted, you can see right here, 10 degrees. So I cut a little shim, or a little guide, that'll, when I glue it up, it'll line it up to 10 degrees. It'll slant like that. So there's that. So this is the top plate. Again, I partitioned it off into sections just for my laser cutter, but again, in the plans, it's I have a full-size version as well. So this will all get glued together. That piece gets cut out. That just stabilizes it, because you can see the only thing holding it together is that little front end right there, and that would probably break. So I got to do all that. So I'm going to time lapse that. So get that built. Oh yeah, so here's the engine. My brother gave this to me. It's pretty cool. 049, a Cox. It's a Baby Bee, and I believe it's from like the 60s. The only thing I know, let's see what I see on here. I think it was like a #1 cylinder, I think. Put that down. I think right here it said #1. Is it right there or the other side? It is on that side. But pretty cool. Thimble dome, I think it says in there. So this is the firewall I have mounted for the, or engine mount, we'll call that the engine mount. Trying to do this with one hand. So that's how I figured out how to do that. These are 2mm by 8mm long screws, and up here, the top part, I'm going to need 10mm, because you can see this will just kind of hold that. That'll eventually get screwed to that and glued. But this is separate, and here's how I'm doing the landing gear. So there's the gear right here, and the original, this is a thermal hopper engine, sorry, Cox. So it had some kind of mount, like I think you call it a bird cage. You can just see it's and I had a gas tank. But let me go over here, grab, there's the landing gear, or the gear wire. So I bent that up just using oops, a pair of pliers, if you can see that, pliers and a marker. So that's what I did here, and just kind of lined it up. You can see how I just make a mark, right? This angle was a little hard to do, so I bent it to 90 with the pliers. I think those are called lineman pliers. And then I put it in a vise and tapped it and squeezed it and got it the best I could. So there's that. These are easy to bend. Oh, 078 wire, the same wire I used for the leading edge or trailing edge when I was sanding the trailing edge. So 078, I think it comes out to 2mm. So that's it. So I got that. So just mark it with a Sharpie, bend it. It's pretty easy wire to bend, and then to get these angles, can you kind of see? Just line that up, and then I threw that in there. Oh, the other thing, I'm going to use a 1-inch wheel. This is the smallest wheel I can find, Dubro. And actually, this is 1-inch wheel on the plan, so it'll go right there. And this wire does fit into the axle, or that it'll work as an axle. So that's that. So I got that, but I'm trying to show you here how this fits in there. That'll fit in there. I can't really do it one hand. Anyway, hold on. Let me set this down for a second. I'll show you what we got here. Hold on. Alright, kind of doing this weird, but you gotta see how that goes in there. Hopefully you can see that, like that. Grab that back up. So you can see how that fits into that. And then I will epoxy that. And then that'll get glued to the firewall of the airplane. So, which will be right up in here when that's all mounted up in there. So that's what I have going on with that. Trying to think what else. So this is the other side. This side here is the right side. This is the left side. All ready to go. I just marked it. Oh, when you're doing this, I have little arrows to tell me what size up. So you see the top edge is completely straight, and then the bottom has a curve. So if you do cut it out in pieces, not that one's easy to tell, but this one, see how that's kind of hard to tell? When you cut them out, I just put a little arrow just to mark where the top is, because it could be, you could easily flip this over and put it in, and well, there you can see. But you want that top edge right up here. That's perfectly flat. That will line up perfectly flat to the top. You're building it upside down on the board. So that's it. I've talked about the pylon, the landing gear wire. I think that's about all I got. So, all right, I'm gonna start putting this together. I'll time lapse it, and let's get going, right? Alright, I stopped the time lapse. I don't think you can see what I'm doing, just the way the angle is, so I want to bring this in and show you. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my little gluing tool, the little V shape, and right, see the capillary action, just picks up a little drop, and then I'm just coming inside here and just hitting it like that. So I don't want to call it like a spot weld, but that's pretty much what I'm doing. If you can see, I'll grab the pointer. I'm just putting little tiny tacks inside here, but the time lapse, you probably can't see what I'm doing inside here. So that's it. And then as I'm going, oh, when I was on the outside, do I have any little blocks? Yeah. Can you see those little blocks? That was just to hold things square. And then I'm just kind of checking it to see if it's moving. So this is a little more glue, and then can you see like that? I'll just keep holding it down and pinning it, or gluing it, pinning it. I go back over, use those little blocks just to kind of keep things going, and that's it. So I'm gonna keep doing this. No sense in time lapse, and I don't think you can really see what I'm doing. So that's where I'm at, and once I get that glued, I'll get back to you. All right, all glued up. Check it out. I'll show you my hand here. It's pretty strong. All the way through. Always. Yeah, isn't that cool? That's on there. So come on this side. That's pretty square. Pretty square. So. All right, I'm gonna keep going on the other side. Okay, I spun the board around, and let me show you. Obviously I just stopped the time lapse, but it's probably getting hard for you to see. So this is the other side. So I'm just working in here. I just tacked on the firewall right there. This is the other side that I did previous. So I'm right here, and you can see right here everything. You see it? Everything's still loose. So I'm gonna just keep gluing and pinching and gluing. And you saw when I put the sorry, hopefully I'm not making you dizzy, but when you saw me put the little blocks in on the other side. So that's temporarily holding that in place. I'll spin back over here. So I'm going to glue this up, finish gluing all that in there, and I'll get back to you. We're getting there. All right, all finished. Check this out. I unpinned it. I finished adding all the glue. Oh, I did add this little piece right there. There it is. Back up here. Look how cool that is. There it is. And the nose, if you notice, right here has the 10-degree down thrust built into it. So there it is, the Ramrod 250 fuselage. That's done. The bottom plate stays off until I balance it. I still have to figure out this piece right here. They did say, or they did, the instruction said, I forgot what size it was, 1/4 inch wide, but I'm not sure what they're talking about here. That doesn't look right. Or it goes on the bottom of the stabilizer. So that's all. I got to figure that part out. But there it is. Oh yeah, real quick. The pylon sits right in there. Hard to do with one hand. Right there. Isn't it cool looking? So there it is, Ramrod 250. We'll move right along. So that's it. Pretty cool. All right, that's a wrap on the Ramrod 250 build fuselage today, episode 5. And hope you liked it. Hope you followed along, and leave a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know if I'm doing this right, or if you have some pointers, help me out to build it better next time. So, next time, right? I'll probably crash this one, have to build it again. But anyway, I'm Bill Riccio, and I'll see you in the next one.